If you're on your feet all day for work, especially if you're wearing heavy gear or lifting heavy things, you're probably very familiar with low back pain when your shift is done. The best thing that you can do to mitigate that pain and prevent it is to perform a post-shift recovery routine. If you're not really sure how to do that, I have created that routine for you and I've linked it below. But in this video, I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you can do after your shift to help reduce your low back pain so you can feel better faster and enjoy your time off duty so much more. So all that you'll need for this routine is a pillow. And let's get started. The first exercise is double knee to chest stretch. So we're going to lie down on our backs. And for double knee to chest stretch, you're just going to start by lifting one knee up towards your chest. Lifting one up at a time versus 2 at once puts less stress on your low back. And then when you're ready, just lift the other one up. You can hold right below the knee joints or maybe mid shin, and you're going to pull the knees up towards the chest and actually outwards towards the shoulders a little bit. So as you pull them more outward, you will begin to feel a nice stretch more on the inner thigh. But as you're pulling them up and out, you should notice a nice gentle stretch in the low back. And sometimes what also feels really nice with this as you're continuing to hold it is just some gentle rocking back and forth. The speed of which you rock is, to each their own. Some folks like a little bit more quick rhythmic rocking, or you could kind of rock to one side, take a big breath in and breathe out. And as you exhale, rock to the other side, hold it and breathe in. And as you breathe out, rock to the other side. So I would recommend 2 sets of 30 seconds at least for the double knee to chest stretch. To get out of this position, you're just going to slowly lower one foot down and then the other one. And that's your first exercise. Your second exercise is side lying trunk rotation. So for this, we're going to roll over onto our side. And if you're like me and you chose a smaller pillow, we want our spine to be in a neutral position. So as you'll see, like right now, my head is below my shoulders. It doesn't feel very good. So you could just go get a bigger pillow. If you're like me, you might just want to double that up. There we go. And it's much more straight, much more comfortable. Same kind of thing. You don't want a super large pillow underneath your head with this. You don't want to start like up here. So just make sure it's in a comfortable position. The neck is relatively straight. You want your hips and knees at 90 degrees. So 90-degree angle here at the hips, 90-degree angle here at the knees. If you're having a little bit of groin pain with this, because maybe you have some hip stuff or issues from the past, an injury you've recovered from, etc., you can just put a pillow between your knees, like so, and that'll help alleviate some of that pressure or pain that you might be having in the hip or in the groin. And let's get started. So palms are together. You're going to take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to start to lift that arm up. You're following the arm with your eyes, with your head and neck. Everything's rotating. And you're opening it up into this Y position. And breathe out all the way. You're holding it for about 5 seconds. Take a big breath in and relax. And that's 1 repetition. Let's do 1 more. Big breath in. Following the hand with the eyes. Everything's rotating. There we go. Nice big stretch. Arm is in or shoulder, arm. It's in a Y position up here. Big breath in and return to start. That Y position, you're stretching more of your pec minor muscle versus the pec major, so you'll get a good stretch of the deeper muscles across the shoulder and across the chest. So you're not only getting a good stretch at the low back, we're throwing in an extra bonus stretch here across the shoulder. So if you have any shoulder issues, that should help you with that as well. So your third and final exercise is happy baby. So you're going to begin on your back, and what you're going to do first is bring one knee up towards your chest. You'll bring the other one up. You'll notice this is very similar to, now we're in the double knee to chest stretch, but we're going to add a little extra something onto it to make it happy baby. You're going to basically want to reach for the bottom of the foot. I've got my hand on the outside of my right foot, and my elbow is on the inside of this leg. Okay, this is the goal. And on the other side, you're gonna do the same thing. So you've got your hands on the bottoms of your feet, your arms on the insides of your knees. And then you want to try to relax, breathe out, relax down into that stretch. And as you're relaxing, it's like you're pulling gently down on the feet. Your knees are coming down towards the ground, and you are in happy baby pose at this point. Gentle rocking often feels really nice as you're holding this, or you could not rock and just hold this, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. You could close your eyes and focus on your breathing for 30 to 60 seconds. Now, let's say you're like, there is no way I'm going to be able to grab the bottoms of my feet and get into this posture. Let's look at some modifications. So you will still get a really great stretch if you're in double knee to chest stretch, but we want to add a more intense aspect onto that. So it's similar to happy baby, so we get that inner thigh stretch, right? So one thing you could do is you could kick your feet up towards the ceiling, reach behind the knees or even the lower legs, and just kind of pull everything. It's like you're pulling up and out. So you're pulling up and out towards the shoulders. So that's one way that you can kind of mimic happy baby. Another way you can do this is you can actually put your hands over the tops of your shins, and maybe you can reach your feet in this position. Maybe you reach down, you've got the bottom of the foot. I've got my hands on the outside, so my fingertips are on the bottom, and then like the palms are kind of over the top and outside of the feet there. And then maybe you kind of allow the feet to drop down. In this position, you can use your elbows to push the thighs out a little bit. And maybe this feels really good to you, and you're like, okay, I can get into that position, that feels good. And you could still, it's not as easy, but you could still kind of rock in that position a little bit, but the rocking will really feel better. If you're able, you can progress yourself into maybe kicking up a little bit more. And once you're up, just remember, we want to try to pull. It's like you're pulling down towards the ground. It helps you relax the shoulders and the neck when you do that. And then here, just gentle rocking back and forth, which the rocking, I will say, that rhythmic motion helps relax the muscles in the low back very nicely typically. And it's just kind of like a nice self-massage technique that you can add onto your exercise. So that is happy baby. And those are your 3 exercises that can help reduce pain after you've been up on your feet all day. So I hope that you found those exercises helpful. I hope your low back is already starting to feel a little bit looser and better overall. Remember that when you get home from work, if your low back is hurting, you really want to do some type of just brief, short and sweet recovery routine. I put together a brief routine for you. I've got it teed up. It's going to play next, so check it out. I've also linked it below, so you can click on the link within the description. And just remember, doing that short routine is not only going to help you feel better when you're done after work, but it'll help you do the things that you really love doing in life, not just on duty, but off of duty. So check it out. I'm Dr. Karen Thomas, and I help frontline professionals overcome pain and stay serving. So if you found this video helpful, please like it or subscribe.